Hey folks, welcome back to the channel, and again, welcome back to my 2004 GMC Envoy. We just got finished replacing the power steering pump, and now I want to show you guys how I'm going to flush the system. I haven't flushed this car, flushed the power steering, really since I've owned it, so 317,000 miles are on the fluid that's in the car right now, so it is high time we flush this system out. Let me show you real quick the setup that I'm using, and then we'll talk through how we're going to do it, and I'll show you the process. So I picked up some Prestone power steering fluid. This stuff is 50,000 mile fluid life, anti-wear protection, all that good stuff. Here is the new power steering pump we just put on. Actually, the reservoir and the pulley are the same, but we've got the new pump on because as you saw from the last video, and if you hadn't seen that video, be sure to check the link down in the description below, show you guys how we put that one on. The shaft in the pump actually sheared off, so that's why I lost power steering. But how we're going to flush this guy is I have some 3/8 inch inside diameter tubing connected with a 3/8 to 3/8 Barb connection, and that's just connected or held in place by the hose clamps there. This is on the return line, the low pressure side, and then I just have the tubing flowing down to my catch bucket. And then all we're going to do is we're going to fill up the reservoir to the cold line, and then I've got the car jacked up a little bit. We're not getting under the car at all. All we're going to do is turn the steering wheel lock to lock, and then we're also going to watch for the dirty fluid exiting the tubing, and then once we see the clean fluid coming out, we'll know we've got a flushed system. One thing I forgot to mention, on the plug or on the outlet on the back side of the reservoir, I just put a piece of tubing on it and bent it over on itself, and then put a hose clamp on that because I didn't have a cap. But you want to be sure to cap that plug on the back side of the reservoir so you don't lose all the fluid that you just put in. Now that we've got the reservoir filled, I'm going to go into the car, turn the wheel lock to lock, and we're going to watch all that dirty fluid come out this tubing. After we manually bled the system just by turning the steering wheel lock to lock with the motor off, I went ahead and topped off the reservoir, make sure it was at full cold, started up the motor, ran it for about 15 seconds there, and then again I turned the steering wheel lock to lock, came back, checked the fluid. It was still at full cold. So as far as I'm concerned, guys, we have bled the system. As you saw from the fluid coming out of that tube, we got rid of some nasty 300,000 mile fluid that was in this system, and we flushed that out, got it coming out nice and clean. So I'm happy with that. That's going to do it for this power steering flush video. Before I end the video, guys, I want to show you the difference between 300,000 mile power steering fluid and fresh Prestone power steering fluid. Obviously, the fluid on the right is a 317,000 mile fluid that I have never flushed, and I'm ashamed to admit that. And then here on the right, or your left, is the brand new fluid that we just put in the system. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, be sure to leave a thumbs up. If you hadn't done so already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I've got a lot of other videos on the Envoy and other videos on cars in general that I think you guys may like. As always, thank you for stopping by the channel, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.